6 seconds. That's all it took. 6 seconds to silence the most powerful man on earth. 6 seconds to shatter a nation's confidence. 6 seconds that people are still replaying 60 years later, because on a bright afternoon, in front of thousands of witnesses, with cameras rolling, with police everywhere, with nothing hidden, the President of the United States was executed. Not in war, not in secret, but in broad daylight. And the strangest part, we still don't know exactly who did it, or why. History has always been violent. Kings poisoned, emperors stabbed, leaders betrayed by the very people sworn to protect them. Power attracts loyalty, but it also attracts hatred. And sometimes, the higher you rise, the bigger the target on your back. In the early 1960s, the world felt fragile, like a glass ready to shatter. Two superpowers stood facing each other, the United States and the Soviet Union, both armed with enough nuclear weapons to erase humanity. Every day was tense. Every political decision mattered. One mistake could end civilization. Children practiced nuclear drills in schools. Families built bunkers. People genuinely believed the world might end tomorrow. And standing at the center of that storm was one man. Young, confident, charismatic. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Unlike the presidents before him, he didn't look old or hardened. He looked modern. Television loved him. Newspapers adored him. Crowds followed him like a celebrity. He spoke about space exploration, civil rights, peace, progress. To millions of Americans, he wasn't just a politician. He felt like hope, but hope can be dangerous. Because change scares powerful people. Behind the scenes, Kennedy had enemies everywhere. He angered the CIA after failed operations in Cuba. He clashed with military generals who wanted war. He threatened organized crime groups. He pushed civil rights laws that enraged extremists. He made promises to pull troops out of Vietnam. Too many people with too much power wanted different things. And history shows something dark. When politics reaches boiling point, violence often follows. Then came November 22, 1963. Dallas, Texas. Bright sun, clear sky, perfect weather. A celebration day. Crowds lined the streets hours early. Families, children waving flags. People climbing onto rooftops just to see him pass. It felt festive. Safe, happy. There were no armored vehicles, no bulletproof glass, no heavy protection. Back then, presidents trusted the public. Kennedy insisted on riding in an open convertible, so people could see him, so he could wave, so he could feel close to the country he led. It seemed harmless, normal. No one imagined danger. The motorcade began moving through downtown. Slow, relaxed, Secret Service smiling, the President and First Lady greeting the crowd. Everything felt peaceful, almost boring. Then the car turned into Dealey Plaza. Tall buildings on both sides, windows everywhere, perfect lines of sight. But no one noticed. Because why would they? At exactly 12:30 p.m., sharp cracks split the air. Pop. Some people clapped. They thought it was fireworks. Then Kennedy's hands moved to his throat. Confusion. Another crack. Louder. Then a third. And suddenly, his head snapped back violently. Blood. Chaos. Screaming. His wife crawling toward him. Secret Service agents jumping onto the car. The driver slamming the gas. The limousine speeding away. In less than 6 seconds, the president was dying. Right there, in front of everyone. Cameras were still rolling. One amateur cameraman captured everything. The footage is shaky, grainy, but horrifying. Real. There's no music, no editing, just raw history happening. A moment you can't unsee. The hospital tried everything. Doctors pumping blood, emergency surgery, desperation. But some wounds can't be fixed. At 1:00 p.m., John F. Kennedy was declared dead, and the world changed instantly. Radio stations stopped music mid-song. Anchors cried on live television. People collapsed in shock. Because if the president wasn't safe, who was? Within an hour, police arrested a man, Lee Harvey Oswald, a quiet former Marine, strange past, worked inside the Texas School Book Depository, the exact building overlooking the street. They found a rifle, spent shells, a firing position near a window, case closed. Too easy, almost suspiciously easy. Oswald denied everything. Calmly, "I didn't shoot anyone," he said. "I'm just a patsy, a fall guy. Someone meant to take the blame." And then, something unbelievable happened. Before he could stand trial, before he could talk, before he could explain anything, he was being moved through a police basement. Cameras everywhere, live TV, millions watching. Suddenly, a man stepped forward, pulled a revolver, fired, point blank. Oswald collapsed instantly, shot dead on live television. The only suspect silenced, forever. Just like that, the truth became a mystery, and that's when the questions started. Too many witnesses heard shots from different directions. Some said behind, some said in front, some said from a grassy hill nearby, the famous grassy knoll. Doctors described wounds that didn't make sense. Evidence went missing. Autopsy reports changed. Files sealed, classified, locked away for decades. When governments hide information, trust dies. And when trust dies, theories grow. Some blame the mafia, some blame the CIA, some blame foreign powers, some believe multiple shooters, some believe it was internal politics. Even today, experts argue non-stop, because something still feels wrong. How could one man, with an old bolt-action rifle, fire multiple perfect shots, that fast, under pressure, at a moving target? Some say skill, others say impossible, but the doubt never disappears. And maybe that's the scariest part, not knowing. Because mysteries are harder to accept than answers, even bad answers. Kennedy's death didn't just kill a man, it killed innocence. After that day, presidents traveled in bulletproof cars, behind armored glass, surrounded by agents. The world became colder, more paranoid, more guarded. The idea of safety vanished. 6 seconds, 3 shots, one nation changed forever. And somewhere, in sealed government vaults, the full story might still be sleeping, waiting, hidden behind the veil. Because sometimes, history isn't what happened, it's what we're allowed to know. Welcome to Veil.